All right, so today you're going to be making your very own paint tube animation, and we're going to be using the Do Ink app. That is the pink octopus with the AD. When you click on that and you click in here in the upper right hand corner, you're going to see a plus sign and you're going to click New Drawing. Once you click into here, it's going to bring you to the screen. On the bottom of the screen, you're going to see a lot of different tools that we can use. We're going to start with the paintbrush tool. So if you select the paintbrush tool, you're going to notice it allows you to adjust the size, so you can make it about 20 in size is what we want. Then we're going to go over and select the color. Over here, you're going to use the square in the right hand corner, and you're going to see a bunch of color bars. If you move those color bars, it's going to adjust that color. So I want to make it black, so I'm going to move the black all the way over to the left to make my color black. And now we're going to start by making our paint tube. So we're going to draw about a rectangular shape for the bottom of our tube, and then an arc for the top, a smaller arc, and some diagonal lines to make the very top of the tube, and an oval. And then we're just going to make the back curve edges of the top of the tube. I'm then going to add some details inside of my tube. I'm going to do that by making some diagonal lines. And then I can increase and decrease the size of my tube by pinching my fingers and pulling them apart and putting them closer to adjust the size of the object. I want to make it nice and big so I can get in there and write the word yellow. I could adjust the paintbrush size if I wanted to too, so I could get it and make it even more detailed. But now we're going to use the paint bucket tool that's on the bottom of it, and we're going to go all the way and use some yellow paint. And with the paint bucket tool, all we have to do is just carefully tap inside the shape, and it's going to fill that shape with that color. So any spot that you want to be that color, you're just going to click in there. I'm now going to fill the center with white. If you mess up, you can click the undo button in the bottom left hand corner. It's the arrow going backwards. I'm going to add a little gray to the top of this. Once I have that, now I want to create another frame. In the bottom right hand corner, you're going to notice a square with a plus sign in it. You're going to click that, and you're going to see a new frame is being created in the bottom. So once you have a new frame, that's how we're creating our animation. The more frames you have, the longer your animation is going to be. I'm going to add a little bit of paint coming out of my paint tube for this animation to start it. So I want to select the color and make sure I have it all the way at yellow. And then I'm just going to have a little bit of paint coming out of the very tip of my paint tube. This is just the very beginning of my animation. So just a little bit coming out, and then I click the plus in the bottom right hand corner to add another frame. And I'm going to add just a little bit more color coming out. So now you can see in the bottom those 3 images of all 3 frames I have. I want to select the third image again and add a little bit more paint coming out. Click the plus sign and add another frame, add a little bit more paint coming out. And I'm going to click the plus sign and keep adding a little bit more until I get as much paint as I want coming out of my paint tube. So at the end, you're going to go up to the top and the eye, and you're going to select that and adjust the frames per second. We want to have about 6 to 8 frames per second to make it a little bit more easy to visually see. And then you can press the play button and see what your paint tube looks like. There you have it. You created your very own animation. Well done.